Hello, everyone, and welcome to the SCSEP Paycor Timecard entry and approval training for participants. Today, I will show you how to register for your Paycor account. I will also show you how to enter your hours into Paycor and approve your time card. You should have received login instructions to register into Paycor. If you have already created a Paycor account, you will not need to create a new one. If you haven't created a Paycor account, the first thing you're going to do is to go to the Paycor website using the web address listed here at the top of your screen. You will be asked for an access code provided in your instructions and listed here, 124510. Enter the access code, your last name, and your email address. Once entered, select Next. You will then be asked to verify your identity. You'll do this by entering your date of birth and your Social Security number. Once complete, select Next. As mentioned before, if you have already created an account, you don't need to create a new one. If you are creating an account, select Create New Account. Do not select Merge Paycor Accounts. You will then create your sign-in credentials. First, create a username and password you can easily remember. This should be different than the username and password you use for your Google, Yahoo, SBC Global, or other email carrier. Next, retype the password you have just created. Then, review the end user license agreement and select I agree to Paycor's end user license agreement. Once you have completed this screen, Paycor remember what you have created and autofill this information for you the next time you log in. However, I strongly encourage you to write this information down somewhere where you can find it, just in case you have to re-enter it later. Once all is complete, select Next. Paycor has a two-step verification process to protect your information. Select your second security step, authenticator, phone, or email. Paycor will contact you via the method you have selected to verify your account. Because of the nature of the information in Paycor, do not skip this step. Once all steps have been completed, select Save and Continue. If all is complete, you should see this screen. Select Sign In Now to log into your account. Now, log into your account using the username and password you've just created. As mentioned earlier, after entering this information here, Paycor should autofill this information for you moving forward. All you should need to do is select Sign In after this information has autofilled. If the information does not autofill, have your login information available to enter in manually. Then select Sign In. Once you have logged in, Paycor will take you to your home page. To begin entering your hours, select View My Time Card, located to the right of your screen and circled here. Paycor will then take you to your daily details view. Before doing anything else, verify that you are in the correct pay period. The pay period is shown in the area designated by the number 1 on this screen. Use the back and forward arrows to move to the correct pay period. Then select Project Timesheet, designated by the number 2 here on this screen, to change to this view. Doing so will make it easier for you to enter your hours. Once you have switched to the Project Timesheet view, your screen will look like this. As before, make sure you are in the right pay period before entering any hours. To begin entering hours, first select New Allocation, circled here in the middle left of your screen. The Paycor software has been created for National Able Network to account for the different types of billing streams we have. Before, we had to make these distinctions, but now Paycor will do this for us based on your login information. By selecting a new allocation, you are enabling Paycor to choose the appropriate billing stream, and nothing more is required on your part. However, you will need to select new allocation each time you enter your hours for each pay period. You will also have to select new allocation if you are entering different types of hours during the same pay period. Let's talk more about this. Once you select new allocation, you will see a screen that asks for department and labor codes. This is very important. Do not change the department code. I repeat, do not change the department code. As previously stated, the allocation for your program and consequently the appropriate department code has already been chosen for you based on your login information. People tend to want to change this code because they've had to do it in the past. But Paycor has been designed to do this for us automatically. Once again, do not change the department code. All you need to do is to select the appropriate labor code. So regarding labor codes, based on your program activities, you should select only CMS, community service, or TRN, training, or both. For example, if you are entering hours where you were at your host site, this would be CMS community service hours. If you are in a training program, these hours would be TRN, training hours. If you have any questions about this, reach out to your career coach. Once you have selected the appropriate code or codes, select Save. Now, to enter hours, choose the appropriate date and enter your hours. Do this for each day that you are in training, TRN training, designated by the number 1 on this screen, or at your host agency, CMS, community service, designated by the number 2 on your screen. Only do this for the hours you are receiving or providing program services. Here is an example of a completed project timesheet. Once you have entered in all your hours, select Save. If you would like to see the total amount of hours that you have entered, scroll down to the bottom of your screen. You can also edit or delete the hours you've entered. If you make a mistake and want to change or edit the hours that you've entered, simply highlight the hours that you want to change. Then change the number to what you want it to be, or delete the hours altogether. So let's say I thought I was at my site placement the week of April 19th, and I entered those hours into Paycor. I realized, though, that I was actually in training that week and not at my host agency. So what I need to do is to delete those community service hours, delete any training hours I entered that were incorrect, and enter my training hours for any other days that I didn't initially include. So once I've made my changes and made sure all my new entries are correct, I select Save. Once all is good, you then select Approve Time, circled here at the top right of your screen. Now, this is very important. You need to approve your time card by the end of the last Friday in the 2-week pay period. This will ensure that your time card is processed in a timely manner and that you are paid as scheduled. Once you have approved your time, you will see one approval circled here at the top right of your screen. It is very important that you review your time card and make sure that it is correct before saving it. Do not make any changes after you have approved your time card. Once again, do not make any changes after you have approved your time card. Once saved, any changes will void your entries, especially if your supervisor has approved your time card. And then both you and your supervisor will have to redo your time card. If you need to make changes after you have approved your time card, speak with your supervisor or your career coach. If at any time you want to see the total hours you have worked, just sign into Paycor and select View My Time Card. Paycor will default to the Daily Details view, and you'll see something like what you see on this screen. You can always tell what view you are in by what's highlighted in blue under Time Card. And that's it. This concludes the Paycor training. Please reach out to your career coach if you have any questions. Thank you for attending and enjoy the rest of your day.